Hello everybody and welcome back to round 9 live coverage of the 41st Chess Olympiad. I'm here with Mr. Jan Gustafsson, of course, who else, but we're also delighted to be joined by a superstar in world chess. He's rocketed up the ranks in, well, he's been around for a while, but certainly past year or so, broken the elite. Grandmaster Wesley So.
Hi, very nice of you to say that. You're very kind.
I'm just saying it how it is, Wesley.
That's how it is. 2755, number 12 in the world, that neighborhood.
Yeah, I have to work out to get getting higher.
It's going to be harder getting higher, but clearly a lot of people, like myself, Jan, would love to be where you are right now. Would be quite content with 2755. You are here, Wesley, not playing, but coaching the...
Yeah, I'm coaching the men's team of the United States of America.
Yes, tell the crowd what that's about, because there's a little story, isn't there? Because you're originally from
the Philippines.
Philippines.
I've been representing them for more than 10 years already in the past. And last year I decided to switch federations to the United States. And so FIDE has this rule where I cannot play FIDE events like this Olympiad, unfortunately. So I've been waiting already for 11 months and have to wait for 13 more months because that's the rule that I cannot play in 2 years for any FIDE event.
So you will be eligible to play for the United States at the next Olympiad in Baku?
Yeah, if all things go well, definitely.
Okay, well that's great news for them, isn't it?
You study in the United States, right?
I do study in the United States. Been studying there for 2 years in St. Louis, Missouri, Webster University.
Right.
And how's that going?
Very good. I still have 2 more years. I'm studying finance. It's kind of difficult to mix studies with chess.
Sure.
A lot of times I would miss classes because of tournaments and training. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's all worth it. I mean, just sometimes when you're just studying chess, it gets boring. So when you have other things to do,
you're mixing it up.
But, yeah, throw in some exciting finance when you get bored of chess.
Not very much.
Yeah. Finance. Well,
speaking of Webster University,
yes.
Let's jump into that match. It's USA against Germany. On board 2, this is a fellow student of your university, right?
Georg Meyer. He graduated this year.
Whom are you rooting for, the US or Georg Meyer in this game?
Well, USA hired me to be their coach.
Right. Fair enough. Playing Geta Kamsky on board 2. Kamsky not having a great tournament so far. Whom are you coaching? Everybody or whoever needs help in the
Whoever
opening?
needs help in the men's team. But I know Georg very well and he likes his position very much. So I would say white should be slightly better here.
Queen's on pre, so you have to...
Yeah, have to play queen b6.
Queen b6 looks normal.
And then bishop c3.
Small edge for white, maybe.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit unpleasant for black.
Because you can't go knight c6 because of knight d7. We should put that on the board.
Yeah, knight c6, knight d7.
Winning
an
exchange. Yeah.
It's very much in Meyer style, symmetrical position with some small pressure. Then again, Kamsky, he's seen these structures before, hasn't he?
Yeah, he plays a lot of Slav defenses and he's very good in defending slightly worse positions.
Let's check out board 1. We have Hikaru Nakamura against the German number 1, Arkady Neidich. Beat the world champion the other day. Today, black against Nakamura. Not an easy assignment either. What do you think about the position, Wesley?
Well, I'm not sure, but in my opinion, white should be a bit better because he's probably going to play bishop d3 next move. Try to exchange the only defender of the f5 square. And then when black takes on d3, rook takes d3. Then white can slowly improve the position. You can put in king on f2, knight on f5 next move. And if black decides to trade the knight on f5 with knight c8, knight d6. Example, then moving the bishop.
Let's make some
Something
moves.
like king d7. I think even here, g4 makes sense.
Yeah, this looks certainly better for white, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then the other knight can come to g3.
Not the end of the world in my role as German spokesperson here. I gotta point out though, bishop b4, let's say king f2 takes.
And then knight d6.
Takes knight d6.
And it's not
White
so
might be
easy.
slightly better, but it looks close to equality.
You can
doesn't it?
even do that earlier, after bishop d3, bishop takes d3, rook takes d3. You can play bishop b4 right away.
Right.
So the knight has no chance to escape.
Then try to take. And this is the one thing Lawrence Trent learned over all these years. In these structures, the knight belongs on d6. We spoke about this yesterday night.
We
actually.
did actually.
Yeah,
The knight belongs on d6.
yeah. So I have to be a bit careful. I like bishop b4 because otherwise white might play knight c2.
Right.
Yeah, that's nice.
Let's check in with the other
Yes.
games. Let's see the Shankster, Samuel Shankland, on
Yeah.
7 out of 7 on
Our
board
player
4.
on fire.
Is he a pawn up?
He returned his pawn. He's no longer
No,
pawn
he's
up.
not a pawn up anymore.
The
So-
Petrov. No, it's not the Petrov. Looks like a Petrov.
Yeah, it's
like
actually a Vienna
The Vienna.
or yeah.
Bishop
Why
b4.
sacrifice
Meets
pawn?
up on c4.
This is a trendy line. White gives up a central pawn for quick development.
Yes, I think Liviu Dieter surprised him a little bit with queen c2.
Yeah, the move 9.
The knight
That's
move,
not the
which is
main move.
not very
95.
Popular.
I've never seen that. I've seen a lot of 95. Even some
in rook e1.
ones.
Yeah, and so queen c2 was his new idea, but
Knight d7, rook e1, castles.
You'd be happier with white, right? I'd never
Absolutely.
play this pawn down.
dangerous initiative.
Dangerous.
Shankland actually gave the pawn back. He played b6, d5, e5.
Knight takes c5,
Takes.
d6.
Solid though, isn't it? I mean, there's just one problem to solve that bishop on c8
Yes, exactly, and then the e file.
and the e file. So the question is,
What to play after?
are you just
c4?
going bishop d7, queen g5? Is that an idea, or is that?
Bishop d7, take here, queen f6. Black looks quite solid to me. I guess.
Yeah, even that. Yeah.
Yeah, the e file is the only problem. I think white will play c4 in this position. And the question for black is if he wants to take the bishop on e5 or not.
Let's see. Takes.
Bishop d7, rook.
Rook e1. Queen f6, and you can't go rook e7 because of rook e8.
Queen e2.
Queen e2.
Ah, no, rook e8. It's tempting, but not that good, probably.
Let's put that on the board. That's
That's the level this show is on, just
Yeah,
to,
that's
so
the
you get
level,
used
yeah.
to the no
Sorry,
2750
Wesley,
stuff
yeah.
here. It's back rank mates is
I
what
hope
we
Sam
do.
doesn't play like this. But instead of rook e8, maybe g6, but probably black is still slightly worse.
Right. Still somehow queen e3, maybe play
And then
f4.
f4, yeah, exactly. Some problems to solve.
We'll see. I'll go out on a limb and say Shankland will not keep his 100% score today.
It's hard to win with black against high-rated players.
Actually, I believe this is the only game where Germany has a rating advantage.
Take queen e4.
We've got a roving camera there, ladies and gentlemen, of Vasily Ivanchuk playing against Wang Yue, board 1 of the men's section. Vasily, in his very expressive pose, you've played him recently,
Yeah, I
haven't you,
did.
in Havana at the Capablanca
Yeah,
Memorial?
we had 3 draws in the past 3 months.
3 draws in the
Yeah.
past 3 months, yes. Very talented player. Should we quickly look at that board as well? Because that's...
Let's just briefly
Yeah,
conclude
that's
our
okay.
tour of the US-Germany match, and then we can go straight there.
yes.
We got
Bishop.
Daniel Friedman with black against Varushan Akobian.
Daniel Friedman is a very extremely solid player with both colors.
This looks like you might have been involved a little bit, doesn't it? Some very theoretical line of the Queen's
Yeah,
Gambit.
we're trying to surprise Daniel because VAR hasn't played this before.
Right. Daniel had this exact position against Shakhriyar Mamedyarov a couple of years ago. I know that because I was sitting next to him back then. H5, G6 is one move
Oh.
people have tried here,
G6.
but probably not hitting home yet. Should
Yeah.
G2,
G6 is a solid move.
B6, D takes C, Knight takes C5.
Knight G4. Bishop G4 would have been better.
This was interesting. Friedman played knight to e4.
Yeah, and I think white should take on
He's
e4.
gonna take it.
Queen takes e4 and then queen f3 or f3. Oh, there's queen b1. Oh, sorry.
Careful.
Yeah.
Maybe just f3.
Put the king on f2.
And what do you think about this position?
You're the expert.
You're the
really.
yeah.
What if black plays queen e5?
King
Bishop d7. Then f4 is unpleasant. f4, queen e4, queen f3. I think if
There's
white,
also h5 is hanging in some positions. Oh, the rook's
The
hanging.
rook is
but
hanging.
yeah,
I think if white manages to exchange queens, then he has good chances.
good chances.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I don't like this for black all that much. White stabilized like this.
Yeah, and takes the
Knight
queen.
against this bishop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not all
prob-
that pleasant.
Not
Probably if all the major pieces are exchanged, white has just simply a winning endgame.
right. Interesting.
Friedman under some slight pressure.
f3 is a tough move to find though, so he has to, I mean, slightly tough move.
Who has impressed you most this tournament? Do you watch the other games?
Yeah, I do watch the other games. Well, my teammate Sam is on fire, and it's fun to watch Vasily's games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Always fun to watch Vasily.
and I also impressed by Carlsen's games, the way he wins his white games, although with the exception of his game against Arkady.
Arkady, yeah, which went wrong.
And who is leading in the board one medley?
Well, let me
Adams is
just
having
tell
a
you
very good
who's
score,
bored.
surprisingly.
Of course. Who else?
Not that surprisingly, no offense, man.
Ah.
Adams is leading the
Mickey.
competition.
Mickey is playing
Wow.
fantastically on board one, and he's playing today. We're probably not going to be able to check out his game because we unfortunately are having a bit of a tough tournament. He's playing Topalov.
Another guy who's been doing very well is Anish Giri in this tournament. Do you have a bit of a rivalry with Anish?
Yeah,
Similar
we're-
age, similar rating?
We're right now number 12 and 13 in the world.
Right. So you keep track of this story.
No, absolutely. And you're going to be playing for the US in the next Olympiad, hopefully, all things.
Yeah, if
going
all
well.
things go, yeah, if all things planned go well.
Do you think there's a realistic, let's say, expectation for you to challenge for the gold medal next time? You, Hikaru, and well,
Shankland.
Shankland's going to be
Yeah.
up there. What about people like Ray Robson's
Ray Robson.
around?
Yeah, he's my roommate.
He's your roommate?
He's my roommate in
Ah.
my university, so
Right.
I work with him.
So,
But he doesn't play
because will Gada play the next Olympiad?
often. I don't think he will play on the next Olympiad. He said it before the start of the Olympiad that before the start of this Olympiad that this will be his last one. So I'm not sure if he'll change his mind, but probably not.
Probably not. That's a shame. Good to see Gada.
Still, they're going to be a very strong team, right? With
course it
Nakamura. So
Yeah.
we're lucky you're not playing this time around, so we will beat you today, but next Olympiad we will try to avoid the USA.
Yeah, we'll see.
Shall we have a brief look at the Ivanchuk Wang Yue game we have there? Wang Yue with the white pieces, just played Queen A4. What's going on here? Maybe not much.
Bishop b7. And if rook ad1, rook ad8.
88.
Yeah,
Queen A7, you just take on D5.
b5.
And the tactics work for black.
Knight b6, bishop g2.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
what's going on here?
Just a draw, yes? Check.
I have no idea what's going on. King F1.
Oh,
Oh, is this a draw?
yeah, how is this a draw?
Maybe some counterplay, but hard to see why black would give up that piece.
Maybe queen c6. Oh,
Check.
knight c6.
No, it's an interesting position. I'll take white all day in this position.
This position after Queen A4,
Yeah.
that's what they got on the board. Bishop
Yeah.
B7 looks normal. Rook 81. Looks like black has to be precise to equalize, right?
Yeah, the pass pawn is just going to push all the way.
just got to be a bit careful as soon as you play d6 that you don't run into a queen g6. With a knight on c4, it's alright because you've got knight e3, but for example, rook f d8, d6, queen g6, you've got g3 as well. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's so pleasant for black. Yeah, interesting.
Looks like Ivanchuk still has some work to do. Looked a bit shaky in this tournament, but good comeback yesterday against Wesley Topalov from a lost position.
Yeah, you never know which Ivanchuk is coming for the game, like the good one or...
The good one or the bad one?
The good, the bad, the ugly?
The good, the bad, the ugly, Ivanchuk, that's right. Here's Magnus Carlsen, you know him.
Yeah.
What do you
World
think
champion.
about Magnus Carlsen?
Well, he's the world champion. He's the best player in the world, and it's amazing that no one has reached his Elo rating before, and he still keeps getting higher. I don't think he reached his peak yet. And
What do you think about his position at the moment?
well, it's better. I think white should take on pawn on f6. Knight takes f6.
I'm not sure. White's king's a bit.
Oh, e5 is coming. E5 is coming.
Yeah.
Some counterplay maybe after queen c2, black can try e5.
I don't like to disagree with somebody like Wesley So, but I'm not so sure I like White's position here.
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you put the king? Can't put it on the king side. Put it on the
Castle.
side. Yeah, but
Yeah,
the
but
king
it
is a bit shaky over there, right? A5, A4's coming.
Yeah, he takes d4, bishop.
ED4 and
Bishop d4.
bishop
Bishop
D4.
f5. For
Bishop F5, no, bishop F5.
bishop.
Bishop F5. Bishop E5 is always neutralizing. No, this isn't so great for White. I really don't believe this is good for White, this position. But then again, of course.
Now again, it's Carlsen. We've seen him
Yeah.
do many things with worse positions.
Worse position, equal position, slightly better positions.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess I. Yeah.
absolutely.
All right, let's have a look at one more game. Wesley, you can choose. Which game are you interested in?
Let's look at. Let's see.
Any game you like, as you're a special guest.
Gelfand Leko I can offer.
Yeah, let's look at that match.
Gelfand Leko.
Hungary versus
Fireworks on the board here. Oh no, wait, sorry, I apologise.
Anything the wrong game.
Sorry, the wrong game. I think I was having a joke there, yes, I saw that. No fireworks on the board, but
Not yet.
not ever.
Oh, there we got a
Topalov
suggestion.
Dominguez. Yeah. let's
Topalov
look at-
Dominguez, let's get something with a bit more
They were
excitement.
actually following my game in the opening.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow, now this
But-
is more like it.
I think knight g8 was Dominguez's new move.
New move by Dominguez, move 15, let's have a look.
15.
First of all, I'm intrigued about the moves 1 and 2. Because if you want the knight off against Dominguez, you can play 1 e4. And you
Yeah,
have very
exactly.
good chances
But-
of getting it.
Although probably you just want to avoid. He just wanted to avoid any chance of a Berlin.
Ah, maybe Dominguez joined the Berlin ranks. Topalov played knight f3, and after c5 he went
E4.
e4.
Nice.
Happy to play the Sicilian, but interesting move order.
And then bishop e3 and bishop c1.
Yes.
We see this a lot. White players just checking if black really wants to play knight g4, and then they just go back and choose a different line.
Yes. H5, very typical move to prevent G4.
I think it's the most solid line against the bishop e3 line.
Yeah.
Against the English attack.
English attack, yeah. G6, this has all been seen before.
Dominguez had many games here. You beat him in this line, correct?
Yeah, but I didn't get an advantage out of the opening. He's very strong in the openings. But bishop e2, I think, is Caruana's. That's an idea from Caruana a few months back. So rook c1. In our game, he played bishop g7. And then I was slightly better after castle.
This was in La Havana as
c4,
well, right?
yeah, b6.
I remember watching this by your board, actually.
Yeah, and here I played some move knight a1.
Knight A1, I was
Yeah.
about to say, yeah, I remember you
Yeah,
playing
just
that.
trying to improve the knight. Yeah.
Knight A1, nice move to make.
I like it.
And
So Dominguez,
yeah, Dominguez twice
Actually, you were in
improved.
trouble in this game, were you not?
Yeah, it was just
Got some counterplay on
mostly,
the king side,
yeah,
didn't you?
I could have been slightly worse in that game.
Bit of trouble, yeah.
Still, Dominguez didn't feel like repeating, went knight to g8. Interesting move.
Castle
Castle.
and 97. White is better after bishop h6 f4.
Oh, okay.
And this will be unlike before. Like the thing that theory goes knight e7, f takes e5, bishop takes either, queen takes either, knight takes e5, a c4. And black has some problems because with his king. And I think knight f5 is always met by rook takes f5. So I have some problems to solve.
Some free Super Grandmaster opening advice there. Knight e7 played by Dominguez. Bishop g5. I don't understand anything that's going on.
Well,
You're provoking f6, trying to weaken the structure.
Like trying to go knight f5 here?
yes, and then it's unpleasant because there are three dark squared. There are three pieces on the c1 h6 diagonal, and if
Let's just show briefly. You can't really keep this bishop because then bishop h6 and too many
there's a
pieces.
sniper on the back.
No.
Oh, really?
So bishop g5,
f6.
bishop d3. Now knight f5 is met by bishop d3.
Right.
Ah, he provoked
Cute.
a weakness on g6.
Yeah.
That's his point.
Yes. That's cute. That's nice. So what happened? Castles.
Long castles.
Wow. Jan always told me if you have to castle long in a Sicilian, it's all gone wrong.
Especially with a rook on c1, pointing at the
Very
family.
dubious castle long, isn't it? Against something like Topalov. Don't like it at all.
And this is interesting. Knight f5, bishop
Yeah,
f2 was played,
Yeah.
and Dominguez did not play bishop h6, winning the exchange.
That's really.
Well, let's check it out because Queen b4, and if you
Afraid.
take c5 is coming.
Yeah, this
King
game is
d8.
more exciting than the Queen's Indian by like.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about that Leko position. Good.
King
What about
d8.
b6 here? Can I stop c5?
c5.
No,
Ah, you
c5.
still go for it?
Yeah, a6 is hanging.
And then knight c5, yeah, a6.
No, it's too much. Too much. But interesting, he declined it though, Dominguez. Probably
Play
thought
king b8 here? What's so bad? Still c5.
knight a5. Threatening knight c6, king a8.
King
No, you need some good move.
a8. Even just queen d2 and b4.
Maybe just positional plan.
You prefer white here?
Yeah. Although it's complicated.
Of course it's
With the king on a8, well, it always has compensation.
Okay. So what happened in the game? He
King b8
avoided
was
that.
played.
Yes.
Doesn't want any part of this exchange. Curiously, after queen c3, he now
Bishop h.
attacked it anyway, but Topalov decided to keep the rook. Rook
D1.
cd1.
Maybe black's out of the woods here. Maybe
Nah,
black-
I like white, gotta tell you. c5.
You just want to play knight f5 and b4.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe a bit of lacking counterplay, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not easy for black to find
No,
a
it's
decent
not.
plan.
No.
Probably just want to play rook h8, or, but then bishop d3 might be no, not bishop d3.
So knight a5, you want to go e4?
Knight d4,
Ah, knight d4. Okay.
f5.
Yeah.
No.
You like to, yeah.
It's too complicated for me. I'd
Yeah.
get crushed with either color, that much I can promise you.
But
For
bishop g7.
we keep an eye on that game.
Yes.
I think there's gonna be some fireworks in the making.
Yes, then Dominguez is a big specialist in the Northern Sicilian, so it's always exciting to watch his games
Absolutely.
in that opening.
Well, look, Wesley, thank you very much for taking the time
Thank
to
you.
join us. We appreciate it. Good luck with your coaching, with your playing, with your transfer, with everything else. We're going to give you your studies, of course.
Yeah.
It's all about the numbers. Chess 24, that's a good number. We're
Yeah.
going to give you a goodie bag, so you're going to get a coffee
Awesome.
mug. Important for your
Yeah,
lectures.
chess 24. Yeah, good.
Some
I'm
pens.
having a great time here in the Olympiad, watching all the games and studying, working.
Yes.
So, all the best.
Thank you very
Thanks
much,
a lot.
Wesley. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, Wesley So. Good man. Very good man. Good chess player as well.